Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogion Monster here, along with Stevie B.
Hello.
Welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF. Good to see everybody in chat. How you guys doing tonight? Northwoods, what's up?
So it's okay on the screen.
It's good?
Yeah.
Okay. What happens if I hit this? Does that change it at all? Let me see.
Go for it. Sorry, y'all.
We're trying something.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
All right.
No, it's normal.
Fuck. Oop.
Still normal on screen.
Yeah, I know, but I just
I
took out chat. I took out everything.
Something weird's going on with
Some setting I hit, so there's an extra screen backstage.
There's the duplicate.
But it's weird.
It's only on our screen so far. I mean, I'm looking at the show through my phone, and it looks like, it's just the two of us. You look at our screens, and there's four of us.
I don't know. Sharon, how are you? Great to see you.
Gary, big hugs.
Yeah, I get all these new things on StreamYard, and I don't know what they do. I'm like, what do I do if I do this? And then I regret it. Because I'm like, oh, shit, I don't want that there. What do I, how do I fix it?
I don't like looking at myself once, let alone two of me.
Who else is here? Gary, what's up?
No, it's good to see you. He said, just don't hit the end button. Don't touch the red button.
Stay away from the red button. So you guys staying warm? I was almost said cool.
I know. I was like,
cool.
What's
up, Ben? Yeah, we actually turned the heat on today. Crazy stuff.
Right.
Except since we don't like the heating ducts are the same as the air conditioning ducts, but we don't use the air conditioning, so we only use the heating 3 times a year. So I had to go and clean all the ducts out because they're floor ducts of little puppies, because there was just so much dog hair down there. Clean those all out before I could turn on the heat, because otherwise it just won't
blow all that shit out of there.
But yeah, heat still works.
Heck yeah. Thank God. Jim, good to see you.
What's up, Jim?
Jim, that was a cool walk through the quarry.
Chili 1 to 2. What is that? 1 to 2 Ks? I don't know what that means.
What?
Game chat.
K2s.
I can't bloody see. I'm getting there. So a friend from the marina, he does what I do, just for a different company. He recommended this series on Netflix, but it's made, I guess Richie would like it. It's from the Hallmark Channel.
Right.
Basically, it has something to do with the Hallmark Channel, but it's called The Way Home. It's pretty cool. Just the whole concept of it.
It's a time travel.
Yeah.
We don't want to give it away too much. But it is definitely something to check out. It's on Netflix. It's called The Way Home. It's actually pretty interesting.
Isaac, what's happening?
Isaac.
Great to see you. Welcome back. Yeah, no, it is definitely a Hallmark thing, but it's clever. Girl falls into a pond and realizes that when she gets out of the pond, she's back in time 23 years. And it's interesting how they did it. It was well written.
Yeah, there's 2 seasons, 10 episodes each. I think we're on episode 8.
The first season. Northwood says, time travel shows make me think of that movie Somewhere in Time. Is that the one with Christopher Reeves? No, he did a time one. Jim says that's the Twilight Zone episode. What, where they go through the pond? What's funny though is like I couldn't remember the name of the series, so we came up with Time Cut, and that we ended up watching a movie that wasn't the right one, but that was also a little
Time travel.
Yeah. Pond, yes. Really? I didn't know that. That's interesting. The same premise. Go through a pond for time travel.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Twilight Zone episode, they used the pool. Okay. But the portal was in the water. Yeah, the girl discovers it by accident and kind of goes back and to before she was born and becomes friends with her mom as a teenager. You have to check it out.
Yeah, I don't have to say it anymore.
No, that's about as far as I'm going. Somebody might go, oh, really? Mm-hmm. Michelle, good to see you. So what do you guys got going on? You know, today's 11/11. And with us, I know with her, that number comes up a lot. And happy birthday to the U.S. Marine Corps.
Happy Veterans Day.
Yep.
You fellow vets.
So I'm just curious, 222 comes up for her a lot, or 2222.
Triple twos, twos in general.
I was just wondering what your number is. I know you guys see numbers.
1s and 2s.
We all do.
All the time.
Damn, bro, you ruined it. I didn't give any spoiler alerts.
No, we haven't said anything more than you would see in a trailer.
Yeah, we've said a little less than the trailer shows.
Yeah, probably. So,
John, how's it going?
Saturday morning, I got up for work and went outside about 6 o'clock, was out there casting. Didn't catch a thing, didn't get a single bite. Was about to finish and come inside. My alarm goes off at 6:15, just as a reminder. I gotta start getting my shit together. Well, I go to cast, and up in the sky, I see something come through. Looks like it's coming through the atmosphere and breaks apart. It's kind of fire with a flash of blue, and it just streaks all the way across the sky. There's a couple guys out in a boat out there fishing, and I hear one guy yell, "What the hell?" So my phone is down the wall. I'm listening to a movie, and I kind of run over, grab my phone, and trying to get to the front yard and hit record. My phone's slow, so taking it off Netflix and getting it to the camera. By the time I got to the front yard, I get to the street and I could see it just going out of view. But it was long and not that fast.
It's been in the news
through the sky. So, you know, I tried to take video. I basically got the smoke trail from it on video. That's about it. But if you Google it, you know, what was in the sky Saturday, Central Florida, tons of videos. People all over caught it on video and pictures. But it was pretty wild. I've seen meteors. I wouldn't say it's a meteor. I actually saw an article that NASA wrote describing the difference between what it looks like to see a meteor come across the sky, opposed to like
Man-made.
space junk, man-made, something man-made, and by their description, that was something man-made. I get to work and I asked my maintenance guy gets to the park about 5 o'clock in the morning, so I knew if he was out there, he had to have seen it. As soon as I mentioned it, he lit up. Yeah, when I saw it, we checked it out. He's got a video on it. I'm like, cool. So, yeah, it was just a trip for other people to see it. It was that dominant in the sky. I've never seen anything like that before. It was weird that I kept seeing the blue light flashing on it, and other people mentioned it too. A few people wrote on Facebook, but yeah, quite interesting.
Yeah, there's just videos on it on the news. You can look it up on YouTube.
Unfortunately, I couldn't get it on video. Me trying to run to the front yard, me trying to run, period. But
I wasn't there to see it. When I got outside,
he had just woken up when it was
10 minutes
done.
later.
Yeah.
Not even. You could see the trail, just a cloud, the trail behind it after it went through.
What was the trip was seeing it come through the atmosphere. Like I saw it break through. There was a clear sky. You could see stars up, and it was just starting to get light out. So it was very, very obvious.
Yeah, it breaks up, but it's shooting through, and it's pretty cool.
Shooting through in a straight line, even though it broke apart. I wish I could.
Roger, what's happening?
No, not a UFO, Ben. It was, well, and that's what I was getting at. My coworker, he said his first thought was it was a satellite. It just seemed like it was something to that effect.
Well, you got to figure those Starlink satellites do get into a degrading orbit. There's 6,000 of them up there or more. So they do plummet into the Earth's atmosphere every once in a while.
There was a woman on the coast. She was literally beach house on the coast, said that they watched it come across the sky and it just went over the ocean and disappeared. Almost as if it landed in the ocean somewhere far, far away.
Oh, you got to realize is the height at what you're seeing is
It
crazy.
could have landed somewhere out near Africa. Who knows?
Northwood says, I haven't seen a flashing blue light since Kmart.
Right.
Long time ago. Blue light special.
That's right.
Greetings from South Carolina.
Yeah, and it didn't seem that big. That was the thing. Like, it wasn't something huge coming across the sky. It was moderately small, all things considered. I mean, that's how it appeared anyways. Who knows how big it actually is.
Sharon, yes. Guys, everybody please say a prayer for Sandra Piper. She's in the hospital again. She may have pneumonia.
Again.
So
definitely
please send up prayers
for the most sweetest person in all these chats. I swear,
Mr. Haywood.
I think she was the first one that greeted me the very first time I came into the chat.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And what chat was that?
I have no idea. Could have been any one of many.
I remember my first.
I just remember her being welcoming,
Yeah.
Michael Haywood. How you doing, Michael?
What it do, Mike?
What it do? Good to see you.
Did you hear that? It was like a hiss.
It was my fan to my laptop.
Oh. What the hell is that noise?
Yeah, it's the fan.
Danny says, oh my God, the Taurid meteor shower just started and is peaking tonight. Well, that's what I said too. It might have been one of the Taurids.
Right. So that's why I looked up. I don't know how I landed on
because I've seen blue
site.
green come through like a long time ago before Starlink.
I don't know how I landed on that NASA site, but it did give a great description and explanation of the difference between a meteor and something man-made coming through. A meteor goes pretty quick and it burns out. This just went all the way across the
Depends on the
sky.
size of it too.
I'm telling you what now.
Somebody's got to know. Yeah, well, somebody's got to know what that was. I mean, isn't somebody at Starlink going, we've got 599 and, wait, scratch that.
598. I'm sure.
LIB, happy Veterans Day. Thank you for your service, and thank you for your service.
Thank you. Sharon Guy, yes, it is vaguely, just faintly still burning. There's a glow right now.
Yeah,
it's on its last flicker.
You can barely see it, but it's still on.
We're almost at 2 years with this thing.
Is it?
Yes, this will be 2 years this Thanksgiving. I put it up the day after, I think. Or that weekend.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I bet if I put a new battery in it, it'll burn forever.
Sorry to hear that, Northwoods. I had pneumonia once.
I did too.
I don't wish that on anybody.
Ew. That is god awful. I remember that. I was young, but
2010 or 11, I had it.
Jim says the magic candle. Right, Sharon?
Well, it's not burning constant.
No, it comes on at night. And we don't know for how long.
Yeah, we can't tell anymore.
I don't think it goes all night because a lot of time in the morning. Sometimes, occasionally it'll be on in the morning, but not always.
I'm gonna change out the batteries soon.
Well,
just the fact that it would go on at a certain time, not by itself. Like
cuts on, cuts off.
There's no.
It's not designed for that.
No.
It's one of those cheap Dollar General plastic candles for Christmas. Comes in a set of 3. The other 2 are in the Christmas bin.
What else? Yeah, it's been windy here the past couple of days. I don't know if everybody who's getting this cold front is getting the wind too.
Man, last night was just howling all night, all day yesterday. It was bad. Kept hearing shit clinking around outside all day.
That's what woke me up. I was like, what the hell is all that noise? Like, I didn't know it was windy.
Yeah. Some of the neighbors still have repairs to do from the hurricane, so we hear all around us. We hear their pieces.
The shit that's still hanging out after a year.
Yeah, it's been a year.
I know, Michael, you got some snow last night. Some flurries.
Jim probably did too.
I'm probably. She says that candle's been a lot of fun for just $1.
It was $5 for the set of 3. And it has. I'm amazed. I've never seen anything go that long.
Northwood, it says it's windy every day there, just about every day in West Texas.
We usually get a breeze, that sea breeze that'll come across, especially in the summertime, in the evenings. But this wind was just constant.
Yeah,
and the wind gusts were like 30 miles an hour, I think.
Probably.
The wind didn't die down until probably around 4 or 5 o'clock today. But we have a frost warning for the morning.
Yeah, we do.
That's highly unusual.
Michelle says, anyone else decorating for Christmas yet? I got my Thanksgiving decor out in the dining room, and I'm fixing to put up the Christmas tree this weekend.
Michelle, it's funny you said that because I just asked Mugs the other day, I said, is it me? Or, I mean, I remember growing up and we put Christmas up the day after Thanksgiving, Good Friday, or that
Black
weekend.
Friday.
Yeah, I mean, Good Friday. Listen, good Lord. Black Friday, or that, definitely that weekend. But now I'm seeing a lot of videos and I'm hearing people talking that day after Halloween, they're putting up Christmas.
I think it's that younger
It's
generation.
like, when did that become a thing? That's just way too early. I said they forget, skipping over Thanksgiving. That's not cool. I know the day after Halloween, I took down all those decorations at work. My office was. I should take pictures of the office. It was decorated. We decorated pretty cool.
Oh, Northwood says no Christmas decorations here until after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Jay Fritz, what's up, buddy? He says, just walk the dog.
You
He
frozen?
said he's so brave he was sniffing around a bush and a black cat jumped out. Thought he was going to break my arm, pulling and yelping in fear. Oh, wait, that was me.
Right.
What'd you lose?
My lighter.
Here.
Thank you.
That's your lighter.
Oh, you stole it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Apparently.
How'd you do that? I thought it was under the
It
computer.
wandered over to this side of the table somehow.
Long arm reach of yours.
Jim says, where's that global warming when we need it?
Oh, the warm will be back here.
Oh, here a couple days.
Yeah, this is only a couple days of
I think by Thursday it'll be back
a tease of the cold.
the 70s.
I said if this is an indication of what we're gonna have this winter, we might actually have a winter.
I don't want a winter.
I don't mind this.
No, because I know it's going to be gone in 2 days.
The wind is what gets me. I don't like the wind. Not when it's a cold wind.
Yeah, the wind finally died this afternoon, so it was tolerable.
Wind died down. It was nice in the sun for a little bit.
I was off yesterday and today, so I just kind of stayed inside. Yesterday I did some stuff outside, but it's just, I don't dig the cold anymore. I just, no thanks. Yeah, up to 42 here today and supposed to be in the 50s and 60s for the next week. Yeah, this is just an Arctic blast. It'll go away. It's too early for this shit. I mean, you expect it up like Wisconsin, up that way. But not now, not here. Yeah, Michelle says it's supposed to be back in the 70s this weekend here in Georgia.
I think it's going to get back up to 80.
It might hit 80.
Yeah.
But not for long.
No.
It'll be in the 70s for a while.
It's just perfect.
So what's up, guys? Anybody want to hang out? You know what to do. I know I asked a question earlier. If you guys had those numbers, I didn't pay attention to see who.
If anybody answered.
Yeah, if anybody answered.
I didn't either. Roger, how much snow did you get? He said he got snow in eastern Kentucky.
It says it's freezing in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Jim says if you want to snow ski, our mountains are open.
Okay, so Tina says, is the format different or am I crazy? What are you seeing? Because I did something earlier and I tried to undo it and I can't. Oh no, she fixed it. No, because we had an issue. Like, if I do
Double
anything, does this
screen.
show up at all? What does this do? Nothing.
Mm-mm.
It's weird. I don't know why they do that.
Jim says format looks more.
Okay, no, that's cool. It's just something, I guess, that I don't see the purpose of it.
Yeah, me either. Only like I said, if you're sharing something on the main screen and you push us aside.
But that still has nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
though.
I don't know.
It's weird. Anywho. Skiing. That's something I haven't done in forever.
I've never. I would love to.
It's
I would. I totally would.
I'm trying to think if you could.
Why wouldn't I?
No, I'm just snow plowing. I'm trying to picture you snow plowing.
It's all about balance.
Snow plowing, you have to turn your like that. These are your skis.
Okay.
You got to put them like that to slow down.
Look.
So you might be able to.
I have total control of that.
It'll just be a mess.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, it would, because you skiing, when you begin skiing, even if I got on the slopes, you fall down a lot.
Well, I'd
legs
expect
everywhere.
that. I would
people freaking out.
absolutely expect that. Never have done it before, of course, but I don't think my prosthetics would cause a problem.
Oh,
I'd love to try it.
it'd be interesting. Get you on a bunny hill,
Heck yeah.
or at least just a tow rope or something.
Something. I sure should. That would be fun. I almost got to go on a skiing trip in high school, and then it got canceled.
What is Jay says you two are sitting right next to each other. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I mean, I know what it means, but when?
Why?
Who?
How?
Where?
I don't know.
Got me.
What? What, Jay?
Bitchin' slow. She did catch a bass today,
I
right?
did. I sure did.
And caught shit.
I caught it off over by the lilies, way over there.
Lilies.
They are.
Jim says it's 37 there now.
It was 42 when we started.
Brr. It's fucking cold. It says 48, but
Yours does?
well, not I just on my phone. Yeah, up in the corner.
Look, mine says 39.
Let's see what this comes up with. If it comes up at all.
That's from my phone. Frosted.
39. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking burr.
Real feel 42.
Gina says she's been water skiing, but not snow skiing.
I have too.
I've never been water skiing.
I have.
Grew up on the water, but never got on a pair of skis.
David Darnell and my brother drew your logo. I wanted to tell you that. Oh, wow. He passed away.
Oh, no way, dude.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah. Wow. Damn.
Shit. What do you go by? Was it OJ, Dr.
Yes.
OJ?
Yeah.
Dude, thank you for letting us know, man.
Right. And I'm so sorry for your loss.
And pleasure to meet you, by the way.
Right.
Shit. Oh, your brother was talented, dude.
He was a cool guy. I remember him.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen him in a while. David, thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
I'm not going to get into details here, like how or
No.
just thanks for letting us know. Prayers to you and your family.
Everyone close to him. I just remember him being a cool guy.
Oh yeah, he was
You know,
very cool.
Chill.
Up in Chicago area, wasn't it?
I remember when he drew that for you.
And then I asked him to change something. I do have the change somewhere. I had to find it, and it was just the glasses, but I never applied that one. And it wasn't like I wasn't grateful, because I asked him on air, hey, could you change something?
Yeah.
And somebody was like, oh, you're ungrateful, blah, blah, blah. It's like, what?
No, that's how you work with an artist. See,
Oh, he says I was there when he drew it. Right on, man.
that's cool.
Yeah, that's very cool. Hold on, let me pull that up.
Well, I know Mogs has forever used it since I put it on a business card for him.
Yeah. Available.
Yeah. I think I have one in my purse.
There it is.
Hammond, Indiana. He draws too.
Hmm?
David's saying he draws.
Oh, right. Are you a
too.
tattoo artist? Hammond, Indiana. I knew you were up that way. You know. Jay says, I used to water ski a lot. Was skiing at night and ran into a huge channel marker. Damn, that hurt.
Huh. Not bad.
What's the channel marker look like? Could you imagine the sound that made? Dong! Wow, yeah. Glad you're alive, Jay. When did that happen? I explain a lot.
Right.
Just kidding. My former father-in-law used to. He would water ski up in Wisconsin, and he would go. Somehow he would go every January 1st, New Year's Day. He would go water skiing until the last time he went. He shattered his ankle and he couldn't water ski anymore. Right. January 1st up there, the water's frozen. So you have to find open water to do that. Boat launch, it's like, how the hell did you guys do that? That was a tradition. We'll have to talk one of these days, Jay. He says, if you knew some of the crazy crap but my dumb ass has done.
I believe it.
Yeah, over the years, I wondered where Dr. OJ was.
Trying to think of the last time he popped in chat.
Yeah, that was a while ago. That was a couple
probably,
years ago.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Right.
I think. That was out of the blue. I was like, oh, shit.
Right.
Yeah, and he whipped that out quick too when he made that. I think I have. Let me see something.
I think I was in the chat the night that he had asked you about drawing something for you. Yeah, I talked about it, and then soon after, it wasn't that long. He said, "No, I don't tattoo. I used to. I think he said he passed on December 15th, 2022.
Oh,
Wow.
so yeah, it's been over 2 years. This was the background I had put together a while back. Let me take us down for a second.
Arizona backdrop and the shades on that picture.
Yeah, now that you mention it, hold on, I'm going to do this again.
I always thought that was cool.
That was back when I went on late 10 on Tuesdays and 11 on Thursdays.
Right? God, I couldn't imagine going on at 11 now. That would kill me.
Right. I wouldn't appreciate it either. December 15th, 2022. Huh. Northwood says back where I was in Michigan, the channel between two lakes freezes first. When the lakes freeze over, the channel opens back up. Yeah, he was fishing the Mississippi River, a section of the Mississippi just near outside of like Hastings, Minnesota. Right where the St. Croix River and the Mississippi, that the confluence there. If you went up the Mississippi, there's a bridge or there's a dam up there or something that it didn't freeze in that area, and that's where they went. They would go skiing.
I got to ski twice when I was a kid up in Lake Anna in Virginia.
David said he drew you as Bigfoot. I remember you wanted to change the glasses. He did change the glasses to like a Ray-Ban type one. I have to find it somewhere. It's in a
file.
It's in a file. But it wasn't on this computer. So I'll have to get that other computer fixed. Someone spilled coffee on it.
Shush you. I don't know what you're talking about. I forgot about that actually.
What? That you use that computer?
Yeah.
Jim says, Jay, jump on there and tell us all these stories of the crazy shit you did. I'm sure a lot of stuff you can't talk about.
I was gonna say probably more
Yeah.
than not.
Yeah. Northwood says the stupidest thing I ever did was fixed when the judge signed the divorce papers.
Excuse me a second. Go grab some oil.
How old is the caffeinated computer? Oh,
Oh, it's kind of old.
it's well, I think I got that one off of my nephew.
Well,
but I was using it. That's what I started on. But I know it's in a file. Oh, you know what? I think it's probably on this computer too. Maybe. Sharon says, oh, Tina says I used to do a lot of street racing. Who'd have thunk it? Sharon says, Tina, right? Me too. I've done some stupid stuff back in the day. I think we all did.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure we all did.
One time I hitchhiked when I was a kid, got picked up by a cop. Hey, got a ride home.
And one time, my sister and I snuck out the house when we were young to go hang out with some friends. Walking back to the house, got stopped by local police, and he put us in the back of the car. Said something about taking us to juvie, trying to scare us. And we were like, please, because we didn't want to go home to our mom. She was going to beat our ass. We were like, take us to juvie.
Lesser of two evils.
Oh my God. I remember that.
Jim says, I don't think any of us were shy in our younger days.
No, I can't.
Well, considering when we all grew up, we grew up in a great time.
We had to have a voice growing up.
The 70s, the 80s. Okay, somebody just popped backstage and then disappeared. Oh, right on, man. Listen to this, Stevie. David said he loved your channel. It's weird. His messenger said that he was live today, and now all of a sudden, your channel popped up on my YouTube. I forgot about your channel. He's with us today. I'll be following.
That's very cool.
Thank you, Pete. That's awesome.
Very cool.
And today's 11/11.
Right?
That's cool. Tina says, what's up, Jay? How you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good. I haven't been on in a while.
Hey, it has been a while.
How's you?
Cold. I got long sleeve shirt on.
Yeah, I took it off. I was wearing one all day. Tina says, I snuck out one night coming home. I walked across the front of the house and saw the fire of my mama's cigarette lit up in the dark. That wasn't my ass.
I'm seeing two pictures. There's two of us.
You see on the side? Yeah. I don't know. I can't get rid of that. I don't know what the hell I did.
Well, I thought maybe it was something I did.
No.
No, we've been trying to figure out how the hell to get rid of it, but it doesn't show on the actual show. So
Well, I'm not going to touch it. I just
No.
leave it alone.
So how you doing, man?
Don't
I'm doing
touch.
okay. Doing okay. I just walked my dog. I think I told him. I typed that in, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, black
Oh,
cat.
Something spooked. No, I just put black cat. I think it was. But I walked him and went back behind the house. And of course, it's real dark back there. And something spooked the crap out of him.
Huh.
No, he started yipping. I had to pull my arm off it, trying to get back in the house, I thought, we got a bear in our neighborhood, and I thought maybe.
Yeah, I remember that.
But I
Still
didn't.
hanging around?
Yeah, I didn't see him or anything. If he was back there, they both got scared. He was out. My chain goes out like 20 feet. He was probably 15 feet away from me. So something spooked him.
Anita, good to see you. Oh, I hope you're feeling better. Got a mini stroke 2 weeks ago, and then fell outside the following weekend.
Oh, God.
You gotta be careful, girl.
Oh, me. Jeez.
Prayers for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Anita did a lot of the camera, but
This one is behind me.
this one,
I'm gonna move over.
Stevie's,
That one there.
good artist.
Great.
I wore your shirt the other day, Anita.
Yeah. Coffee cups.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got one sitting on the other side.
Yeah. Well, I stood up on a motorcycle doing about 70 miles an hour one time. That didn't last very long. About 2 seconds. 2 seconds, and so I started picking skin up off the pavement.
oh no.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Little alcohol involved in that one.
Anita says I should wrap myself up in bubble wrap.
I said that about myself a long time
Yeah,
ago.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Sure enough. Even that, I don't think that'll protect me. It wouldn't be enough.
Did you go across any of the bridges that are going across when you was on LBL going across to one side to Kentucky Lake? Did you go across any of those bridges?
I
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, I dove off of one of those.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, 55 feet. It hurt like hell when I hit the water. Water's hard.
Yeah.
Sure is.
Water's
You had
real
enough speed.
hard. Water's hard.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went. What bridge did I go over? The one on the west side.
Yeah, Agnes Ferry is what that's called. Agnes Ferry Bridge. Yep. Used to be a ferry years and years ago. Years and years ago.
I went over the one on the. Well, it must have been the west side, because isn't that the way you go out to the
store? Yeah, it's where the
Yeah.
only place I got signal. I would go to the bait store over there and use
Yeah.
their Wi-Fi.
Yeah. I went over that bridge going into LBL at like 1:00 in the morning, and the whole drive in, I was fine. I hit that bridge and just
Yeah.
coming across it just a bad vibe.
It's narrow, very narrow bridge for that big a bridge, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. But coming across it in the dark like that, and there's not another soul out there, it's a little creepy.
I know.
It's a little creepy. And then turning off the main road, not far from, well, about a couple miles up the road from the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's creepy out there. Just going into it for the first time.
Yeah.
Well, guys, Stu, how are you doing tonight?
And I think that's the one place that I've ever seen the most deer gathered. I turned off that main road, and I mean, I counted 9 right there on the path. That wasn't counting all the ones up in the trees, and I could see them all. I mean, it had been.
Your headlights hitting their eyes. Yeah.
Oh no, I was seeing them. They were right there.
I went fishing down Honkers. I went fishing down a place on the Lamb Twin Lakes called Honkers Bay, and this was years when I was in my early 20s when Barkley and LBL had just been made. You know, it was just come impounded down there. And I went, it was dark, and I turned my boat around. I turned around to put my boat in the water, and when I turned around, my headlights started picking up deer eyes, and I bet there was at least 1,000 deer in that field. There was eyes everywhere. I
I
mean,
remember there being headlights on the Ark.
on the ark, yeah, yeah.
No, when I turned off the main road after crossing the bridge, I'm telling you, as soon as I hit dirt, I turned in, making a right hand turn. I mean, they were right there. I had to put on the brakes and come to a stop. They were just in the path. There was 9 of them right in front of me, and then, I mean, just it had to have been 50 to 100 of them everywhere. Never seen deer. I've said it since when I first got there. A lot of deer. As soon as I turned off the road, I thought that was cool as shit. I had to sit there for a few minutes and just
I've never seen
creep up.
deer in
That's what I'm saying. I've
That-
never
like-
seen a herd.
a herd like that. I've seen elk like that.
I've never
not
seen
deer.
a herd of deer until I went into OVO that night.
Yeah.
That was cool.
It's amazing. You go hunting down there. When you go hunting down there, you don't see them nowhere.
Oh no.
After that, never saw a sign of wildlife again the whole time I was there.
Really?
Well, we didn't see anything around the campsite.
So eagle, I saw.
Well, I mean, yeah, I
right
mean,
next to us, coyotes across the way.
I didn't see any coyotes.
Oh yeah, I had pictures of them. I probably have movies,
No,
clips of it.
not when I was there.
Well, I was there
I
for
saw the
8 days.
eagles. I saw the eagles. That was cool. Watching them dive for fish. That was very cool.
Yeah, my sighting was just a little over 19 miles from there. Where we had a farm down there where we farmed that land down there, and we leased a lot of acreage too. You know, we had 868 base acres, and sometimes we'd farm 2,400 to 3,000 acres. You know, we'd lease it. We lease farmland. You know.
Jay Sharon said, Jay looks like he's lost weight. Looking good, Jay.
I might have lost a pound or two, yeah. Well, I could lower my camera and we could find it real quick.
Right? David says, I live down in Tennessee between the lakes. Steve told me about the cryptid between the lakes something. Oh, yeah, it was supposed to be a bunch of different shit down there.
Yeah.
Definitely know there's some Bigfoot down there.
Yeah. Right, Jay?
And Steve is there. That's who did my logo.
You know, it's been a long. If y'all don't mind, there's some people on here have been asking. I've been on other stations, and they asked me to tell I don't call it a story. It wasn't a story. You know,
It was an event.
it's an event. This happened to me.
So I was going to say, tell
You're
what
just getting
happened
me
to
dizzy
you.
from all the rocking. I can't watch. I'm getting motion sickness. I work on a boat.
Yes, Jay, absolutely. You don't have to.
You squirrel hunt a lot, folks. I mean, a lot. And I did a lot of hunting back in the day when I was younger. My dad gave me my first gun was a 410. When I was about 9 years old. I was 9 years old. Took me out and showed me how to shoot it. How to make sure I kept the safety on at all times until I was getting ready to shoot it, you know. And did a lot of hunting with that little old gun. First actual squirrel gun I had in my life. I hunted rabbits, squirrels, and quail. I got so good a shot I could knock quail out of there with that little old gun even. And when I was 18, just turned 18 years old in August, the 13th. My birthday's on the 13th. And back in those days, squirrel season always came in either on the 15th through the 19th. It was one of those days. It always came in. And I always was ready to go hunting. I had a great set of woods on a ridge line on a farmer's land across the road from us. We had our land, and then he had a nice set of acreage across from us. And a ridge line, there was a major river that was called Little River back in those days. And it forked right there in front of on his property. Oh, it was a fabulous ridge line, probably 35 feet above the water. And there was all kind of acorn trees, hickory nut trees, gumball trees. Well, it came in on, I'll remember, just like I remember the back of my hand, it came in on the 17th that year. And I was ready and went up, got my clothes on. I can't even tell you what I had on that day. If you remember, it was still warm, but it was cool of a morning. It was that day. And I put on remember those red plaid shirts on? I had a red plaid shirt on, but I had the sleeves cut out of it, and I had my squirrel vest on and my pair of hunting pants on that I could get through briars and stuff like that with, because I'd always go to this one spot, start hunting. And where it was a big old gumball tree. If y'all don't know what a gumball tree is, it's a great big, huge, it's almost like a sycamore tree, but it's got this big old nut on it. Oh, they get huge, almost twice as big as a walnut. But when they get ripe, they're got a big, nice nut in it, but they're bitter. Oh, God, a human being can't eat them. Squirrels love them. So I'd always anchor myself under that tree. That's where I started every year. I mean, I got up about 5 o'clock that morning. Mama's always up there early and had breakfast for me. And I walked. It was about maybe a little over a mile to where that ridge line was on his property. Not quite a mile, about 3/4 mile, I would say. And then I was about maybe 1,000 yards into the woods, and there was a big old stump I used to sit on. And it'd been logged probably 40 or 50 years before this happened. And that stump was a great place. I would sit there on that stump, and it was about 15 feet off of that, from that 15 to 20 feet off of that gumball tree. And I could see up that gumball tree was probably 60 feet high. And off to the left and right of it was a lot of scrub brush, just covered in scrub brush. Well, when I got in them woods and just sat down, it was just starting to break day. And squirrels are already cutting. I mean, they were dropping nuts on me. But off in the distance, I heard these pigs just squealing like crazy. I mean, and we didn't have any close pig farms around. We had a pig farm maybe 3 to 4 miles east of us. But I mean, these things were just like there was. We had wild pig, and I've heard them down in the creek bed before, but I had never seen them up on top of that ridge. One other time I'd seen them on top of that ridge, but boy, they were getting it. They were screaming and just squealing like crazy, and I kept getting closer and closer and closer to me. And here they come, just crashing through those woods, and I'm sitting and I could just see them. Just 30 or 40 of them. These are these big old Russian boars too. We had those Russian boar. They'd introduced those in the land between the lakes, and about 63 or 4 before it actually became land between the lakes, they put a bunch of Russian boar in there. Dumbest thing the Wildlife Commission had ever done. And they were squealing, came running by me. Here I'm sitting with I graduated up to a Ruger 22 with a 10-power scope on it. I mean, you look through that 10-power scope, and a squirrel looked like a looked like a almost like a groundhog. It was so powerful. And here they come flying by me, big ones. I'm talking about 500 and 600 pound big old boars and little bitty, almost maybe they're just born with a month or two, 3 or 4 months. Young boar. This and it was just so surprising to see them come by me, and I think that might have took my mind away from what came because there's scrub brush to my left, and I saw this black object. Just an object caught my peripheral vision. I'm watching all these hogs squealing and everything coming by me. They're talking about 15, 20 feet's all they were away from me. And all of a sudden, out from behind that big old tree, there it was. I mean, there it was. It was the biggest creature that I have. I'm talking about a creature that looked like 2 55-gallon drums as a chest, and probably 7. I'm not good at height, but it was in the 7-foot range, and his legs were, it was so big and so powerful looking that I was just stunned, Nick. I'm just, when I saw this thing, I was just, what is it? I'm an 18-year-old nobody kid, and all of a sudden here this thing is that I've never seen in my life. And as fast as I saw it, it was gone. Just because it went so fast behind those pigs. I'm talking about maybe 3 seconds. I saw this thing. It was right there in front of me. And I sat there I sat there 15 to 20 minutes. And I was just, what is this? I mean, I know every creature in these woods, and this was not supposed to be there. And finally, I came to my senses, and then that's when I got scared, because I think that thing's running the direction I came into these woods. I got to go back that way. And that's when the actual fear hit me. How am I going to get out of these woods, So when I came to my senses, I just said, well, I'll go the opposite way he ran. He came, and up about another 3/4 of a mile, there's a big old path that leads over to the soybean field that I had walked by. He had about close to 100-acre soybean field on the side of his farm, and I'll get in with those soybeans had already turned brown. The soybeans that go green, and they turn brown before they're picked. And I'll duck down low, and there was soybeans, and I'll crouch down, and that's what I did. And I went to another set of woods. Another set of woods is behind his house, and I went back to my home. And when I walked in that door, my mother was there. This all happened right at daylight when the lights just streaking through the woods, and she's still there making breakfast for my other brothers and stuff like that. And I came in, she said, son, you okay? What's the matter? Well, home on early. And she says, you're white as a ghost. And I couldn't even talk. I couldn't even tell her what I was so scared of what I saw that I'm sorry. It brings
No, don't apologize, brother.
Don't apologize.
Can you put me backstage for a second, please?
Sure, hold on. Hang on, guys.
So saw him was him telling this same incident. It's not a story, it's what actually happened to him. And if you can't tell by the emotion, I can't imagine. I can't imagine the emotions even this long ago, it's a shock.
Well, it's been going on 60 years.
Yeah. He didn't tell a soul. He didn't talk about it.
He carried that for 55 years. Let him compose himself. Just give me a thumbs up backstage when you're ready, Jay.
This is probably, he's only told it a handful of times, but he's been a huge part of my family.
Oh, yeah.
And since I met him, you know, he and I and Judy experienced some stuff together, and I love that man. If I know he's listening, I joke with him and we pick at each other, but
Bust balls.
yeah, we bust balls. I love Jay.
All right, I'm going to bring Jay back up. All right.
Sorry, guys.
All right. No worries.
I get it.
Whew, well, it took me about 2 or 3 days before I could even. Mama knew something was bad wrong because I would go hunting every morning, and it took about the 3rd day. She says, "You going hunting today?" I said, "I'm sorry, I'm never going." I said, "Mama, you can't believe what I said. What I saw in those woods." She said, "This is coming from probably the most honest person in this world." She said, "You finally saw it, didn't you?"
Wow.
She knew about it.
Yeah. The reason I never put 2 to 2 together. Mama and my grandmother would always raise the biggest garden you ever seen in your life. It's enough to feed 20 families all year, you know. And every time they'd go in there and to pick corn, tomatoes, snap peas, whatever they'd pick, they'd always leave a basket behind full of vegetables. Every time they go in there and pick, and I said, "Why?" In my mind, I could never why are they doing that? I put 2 and 2 together. So she told me, she said, "Yeah, when she was a young girl, my mother was born in Maryville, Tennessee. That's right in the Smoky Mountains, Appalachian Mountains. Smoky Mountains are all the same thing." When she was a young girl, she had a event too. Had to come face to face with one of these things, and evidently her whole family knew about them because Mom said we called them forest creatures, forest people is what they called them. She didn't go into the whole event and everything, but she just told me she said, "Yeah, that's what her mother had taught her, and always to protect the children, to put baskets of food out, and they would never bother your children." Well, it had to work because there were 7 of us kids, you know, and we were always, and there was lots of kids, and we was always in those woods, always. So either that thing was in there all the time, or they passed through. I to this day, I'm a firm believer that they follow their food. Yeah. I'm a firm believer of it to this day because I know that one of us kids would have seen that thing, but it just happened to appear in front of me that day. So that's what happened to me, folks.
Where did you say your mom was born?
Maryville, Tennessee.
Okay, Jim, it was Maryville.
Yeah, Maryville, Tennessee.
Apparently, Jim probably has a connection to Maryville.
Jim knows where I'm talking about. Then, if you know anything about the Smoky Mountains, you know Maryville, Tennessee is right below Gatlinburg. Yeah, you can actually go up into Gatlinburg the back way through Maryville, Tennessee. It's a little-
So Jay, you went back there with your son, right?
I did. I went back there. I had to. I had to. I had to. After I told this thing, I'm sorry, folks. I just can't. Uh, but I had to face the facts of that. I had to get this off my out of me. That I did see this thing. You know, I wouldn't. It wasn't. Well, I know I saw because me and my mother talked about it. It was a fact. It's something that happened to me, and I kept this quiet. The reason I kept this quiet because my mother told me. She said, "Son, don't ever talk about this." She never talked about what she did.
Sure.
She says, "You got the rest of your life to live, and if you get out there and start talking to this as a young man, you're going to be ridiculed. People going to call you crazy. You got to consider. You got to put the time. Nowadays, people talk about it. They bring it out more. But back in 1966, you couldn't talk about stuff like this. You know, you could not talk about it in public. That's the reason that
And it wasn't for another year until the Patterson Gimlin film was
absolutely. Well,
made.
I didn't know anything about.
No, but I'm saying it wasn't even made yet.
Right. Yeah, because I saw the Patterson Gimlin film in '82 when I saw it first time, and but you just couldn't talk about stuff like that back in those days. You know.
I'm just curious. The first time you saw that film,
What was your
reaction?
Yeah, I was just thinking the same.
Well, when I saw that thing, I you know what? I saw this creature 20 feet, no more than 20 feet in front of me. I'm torn, believe.
okay,
I'm torn, but I don't know. I want to believe it's so bad, you know. But then you listen to some of these, like some of these people, not so much put it down, but bring scientists. But when I believe it really a lot when I saw that thing on History Channel where they tried to prove that no human being could run that way and stuff like that. That brings it to your mind, oh, it's really true. But then you talk to some of these camera type people and they say, no, there's no way they could do that film back in those days, you know. So it makes you torn, you know what I'm saying?
sure.
I want to believe it as bad as anything in the world, you know. And there's other people exactly like me. There's people out there that's had scary.
Okay, real quick, Jim. How do I got to cut you off real quick? I'm sorry, Jim. How do I get out of it? I must have two live streams going, one in landscape mode and one in portrait mode. I don't know how to get out of it.
What?
Read the chat.
Two live streams going, one in landscape mode and one in portrait mode.
Yeah, I don't know how to fix that.
You would have to cancel one of the live streams, but how do you
I don't know.
find it? How do you even find it?
I don't know. Sorry, Jay. Go ahead.
No, I understand. No, it's your show. You do what you want to.
Oh, because they're not seeing everybody in chat.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading. But what was weird is when Mogs wrote something in chat, he said, "Hi, Richie." It popped up twice on the StreamYard chat.
Let me try again. See if it does it again. It'll probably pop up twice. No. Yes.
Yep, there it is. You have two shows going.
How the hell?
You got to cancel the little one.
I can't. I have no idea how. I don't want to cut Jay off here.
Can you click on it?
Don't you worry about me. Don't worry about me.
What a story.
So, Jay, the Patterson film, comparing to what you saw, is there any comparison?
Yeah. That's all I can say. Yes.
Okay.
Size-wise, do you notice the size of that thing's legs?
Yeah.
That's not a human leg. The muscle,
Tina-
the muscle in
Tina-
those legs was. Oh my lord! Now you got three of us.
Oh, geez, you're right.
What?
There's 3 on the screen back here now. Look.
No,
What
no,
you
no,
I didn't.
no. Jim just popped on and made it look like.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. No, you're right. God, Jay, I saw the same thing you saw.
I thought it was three of us. For a
I
second.
know, right? I'm like, what the hell?
I don't know how to get rid of this.
Let's let Jay finish his story and then we'll work on that.
You're right.
Jay, I tried to scroll back, but Tina was asking, did that thing see you? Did it notice you?
I don't think he knew I was even existing, and that's what's
Wow.
weird. But I think it was so fixed on chasing those. Of course, I've had 50 some years to think about this. That thing was so smooth in its pace; it was not running it as hard as it could run. No way. No, as smooth as that thing moved. It was so powerful, so muscular. And them pigs run fast. I know they were lightning fast, but that thing looked like it was just effortless, I honestly, to this day, think it was hurting those things. I swear, I believe it was hurting because there was a fork there. I remember I told you that river fork, and there was a point down there where they came to. I swear, I believe he was hurting those pigs to something else. That's all I can think. All I can say, at the time, I didn't know what was going on. All I heard was wild pigs, and then there it was. There it was right there in front of me. But that's all I could concentrate on. But I've had 50 some years to think about it now, almost 60 years. And,
Jay, I wish I had heard that story 20 years ago. I might have known what was going on around me instead of just ignoring it.
Jim, I was hunted. I knew every sound, every bird, every smell, every rodent creature that ever moved in those woods. Everything,
Yep.
And for that's what spooked me, was thinking about it so much. Was that thing was in those woods and I didn't know about it. That's how can something that big be so stealth?
I don't have an answer for that. Whenever anybody asks me about how they can hide and whatnot, I tell them to look at the last few minutes in the movie Harry and the Hendersons. They have the camera aimed out in the woods. You don't see anything but trees and bushes. And then when they move, they're just thick as everything.
Yeah. Well, it's years of practice, That's in order to avoid, detection, they have to be stealth.
And it's like I tell everybody, if you go walking through the woods, you have walked by a snake. You probably didn't see it, but you've walked by one if you've spent any time in the woods.
Sure.
The reason my puppy getting scared tonight so bad, didn't yelp, and believe it or not, it made me think to myself, I got to get back on here and tell my story one more time.
There you go.
That little puppy was so scared. It reminded me of the fear I had in myself.
Yep.
So I said, I got to. And the thing about it is, I didn't have what you call a scary event. It wasn't after me or anything like that. It wasn't. I don't even think that thing knew I existed in this world. But when I went to think about it, for days and months and years after that, is I done ruled out every creature that could be in those woods.
Yep.
I ruled it all out. That's the only thing and I've never to this day have called it Bigfoot.
Yep.
I don't call it. It was just something, a creature. Now it had human-like movements. It wasn't a bear. I guarantee you wasn't. I've seen bears. Bears are so.
Anybody who lives over there knows exactly what bears look like because you see them all the time.
And their movements are so, when they're on their 2 feet, are so clumsy.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, this thing was so smooth. It was just like it was effortless the way it's moving. And it didn't have a snout. It had a flat face.
Yep.
And then I've told this, not told it, but every time when that beam, anybody's been in the wood early in the morning and the sun comes through it and it's got those streaks of light.
Yep.
One of those streaks of light hit that thing in the side of the head, and there was a human ear on that thing. Just
Wow.
the ear looked as much like an ear as mine does.
Wow.
It was not pointed. It was a human type ear. And its facial thing was, I would call ashy.
Yep.
You know, and it had ashy gray, and it had hair all on his cheek area down in here. Everything was hair, and it had long hair, not as long as yours, Russell, but it was mane type hair, long, the flowing, but it all came together to the back. It was all one mass, But when I saw that thing in the chest, oh my God. It was so big. Yeah, it could have ripped it. And the dumbest thing I would ever done would have been to pull that little 22 pop shooter at it. Oh,
SWAT mosquitoes for him.
That would have been the stupidest thing I'd ever done in my life. I've done a lot of stupid things, but I was smart enough. Don't know,
It would have been like shooting Mongo. Don't shoot Mongo because you'll just make him mad.
Yeah. So that's what happened to me, folks.
So Jim, how do I get out of this?
I don't know. It's something to do with StreamYard, but when I got backstage, I could see you've got the usual landscape going and a portrait mode going simultaneously.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I think it must be a new feature because I have seen this on a couple of other channels.
He doesn't see it though. That's the thing.
Like it doesn't give me
There's no indication.
an option of how to get out of it.
Stevie, take your phone and go to see who's live, and you'll see 2 entries for Why the Fascination.
I'm looking now.
And earlier, you had somebody in chat up that you put their up on the screen, and I looked through chat and I couldn't see them. So I'm guessing that's why I couldn't see them.
Oh no shit. What?
You see it?
Yep. There's 4 watching on one.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
It's one of those. Oh,
So
crap.
that's vertical then, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't try to do anything with it. Just be aware of it, and then Thursday night look for it, and see. Yeah.
Well,
Jay, you know where Elkmont and Madisonville are?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the 2 places where Elkmont was. Some people in the car saw red eyes in the woods, and they didn't tell me because they knew I would stop. They didn't want to stop. They wanted to keep going. So I found out about it later. And the other one was down in Madisonville at the old train station there.
Mm-hmm.
We were doing overnight investigation to see if we could get any ghost or anything. And we went outside to the train tracks to get a breath of fresh air. And a rock landed right in front of one of the people I was there with. And it was like somebody had dropped it like 5 feet in front of him, 4 feet in front of him, whatever. It wasn't like somebody had thrown it from a distance. But with the railroad tracks there, nobody could have been within 100 foot of us.
Wow.
And so whoever or whatever threw that rock they had talent beyond belief at throwing stuff.
Yeah.
But I did not have a clue there could possibly be a Bigfoot in that part of the country because it's so heavily populated.
You know, even around, I don't think they need that much to hide. I really don't.
I'm starting to believe that's the fact because with what the other people saw, and there's people over there now that say they're seeing stuff often. I mean, there was a sighting on Pellissippi Parkway.
My mother-in-law, God bless her soul, she just passed away. She lived on Russell knows kind of this area, Umatilla up here. There's lots of farmland. You get out of the way from here, there's lots of farmland. And there's several on 10 acres that she was on, small patches of woods, just patches of woods. I was out walking one day and I said, you know, there's, other than my brother-in-law, as kids, there's probably nobody been in those. I'm talking about patches of woods that are maybe
quarter of an acre or
maybe. And there was
those little hammocks that sit out alone.
Right. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
and there's people hadn't been in those woods in probably 30 years or 20 or 30 years, you know. Why would people go into those places? You know, they're just there. But if I was going to go hide from somebody, that's exactly where I'd be, in those little patches of woods, and I'd move around at night. Nobody would see me, you know. I'm talking about if I was living off the land, you know, that's exactly where I'd be.
Absolutely.
Cool in the summertime, you walk in there, and I guarantee you the temperature drops 15 degrees, you know.
All that shade.
Yeah, and Russell and them, Steve will tell you, you walk in there, and some of those plants in there will cut you alive.
Yeah, they're not friendly.
No.
Nor the ants or anything else down here.
Yeah, no.
Tonight we'll probably have, not here, but in southern Florida, dropping iguanas falling out of trees.
Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah.
That was on the news here today. They were talking about dropping iguanas in Florida.
True story.
Yeah, they do it. It's amazing.
I was going to call in and tell them I know people who live in Florida, and that's a fact, but I didn't feel like getting on the radio.
They're not up this far, but it is so true. And a lot of them, they're everywhere down there.
Yeah.
Some big ones, too.
Yeah. They're pretty huge.
Hey, Judy.
Judy, how are you?
Judy.
Judy.
Jay, what kind of motorcycle did you have when you stood up on the seat?
I hate to say it, but it was a 305 Honda.
Oh, those were great scramblers.
Yeah, and they almost put Harley Davidson out of business. That little bike did.
Yep.
Back in the day.
I did a few Evel Knievels back in the day. I had a 2-stroke 175, and I thought I could go through the gears on the back tire.
Yep, I'm here to tell you.
I made it to 5th before I had to bounce on my hands and knees.
Yeah, I raised many of them up, and I had to put my heels down, and thank God the front wheel went back down. Oh, good. Oh.
You know, Mr. Lee, he's got a RD 350 Yamaha.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Those were some seriously nice bikes back in the day.
Yeah. Who is that?
Can't get out of this.
Kenny Robert, is that who you're thinking of?
Who you talking to?
Jay, were you
Oh.
about to say Kenny Robert?
Yeah.
Yeah, when he took that 350 down to Daytona and raced it in the 750 class and won, that just wiped everybody out.
Everybody out. Yeah. Those little Hondas, they did put Norton out of business.
Fly by, Stu. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Hello.
This won't let me get out of here until I think after.
I wouldn't worry about it until Thursday night. But you can see how there's a vertical and a horizontal in StreamYard.
Yeah, but I see where I turned it on, and it won't let me to do it during the show.
You would have to stop this show.
I don't. The only ones who see it's us. If you come up here,
Right.
We're not seeing you out there.
Nah.
No.
No, it's a separate live stream.
I mean, it's a neat feature, but,
Whew.
You're right, Jay.
Yeah, that's probably the last time I ever tell that.
I want to hug you right now.
Uh-huh.
I
Well,
do.
there's a lot of folks that's been asking me to in chat, and I owed it to them. There are a lot of them have asked me about it, and I owe these people in chat are the greatest people in the world.
Oh, absolutely.
They come in here every Tuesday and Thursday night, and I owed it to them. So
Tina said she's been waiting 3 years to hear your story.
And said thank you.
Yes, she said
Yeah.
thank you.
yeah.
so maybe Tina will tell her story.
You told her story. You made her. Well, you didn't make her, but you encouraged her
Yes.
heavily.
And interesting concept there, Sharon. She said 2 shows, double the likes.
Right. Everybody go to the other one and hit the like.
Or horizontal or vertical. We appreciate you being here.
Sharon said, "Thank you, Jay. We love and appreciate you for sharing your encounter with us."
Well, Jay, I'm just glad I was here to hear it firsthand and not have to watch it in a rerun.
Okay. You're welcome, Jim. You're welcome, everybody.
Now, Jay, was it when you went home after the encounter? Was there a rule that you weren't allowed to have a gun in the kitchen?
How'd you know that?
And you walked in with the gun, and
How'd you know that?
you told me.
You told us.
Yeah. I showed you how. I mean, I knew you didn't. That's something you didn't have.
Yeah,
No.
and you walked in with the gun.
Yeah. Lee, I forgot I told you about that. Yeah. I showed you how, and I would never do that to my mother ever. And my mother was a godsend. Let me tell you,
That's the other reason she knew something was wrong.
Yeah. She knew.
Yeah. My mother was half Cherokee Indian too. There's Indian in her. I got a little Indian in me, but I don't claim. I don't get out and try to claim that type stuff. But she had a lot of Cherokee Indian in her.
Jay, we might be related for real.
For real?
Yeah. I have my grandmother was more than 50% Cherokee. My great grandmother was 100%.
Yeah, my grandmother was she was probably 3/4 or.
I don't know if you saw it in chat earlier because Jim said he lived in Maryville.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I went through Maryville a couple of times and visited. It was my granddad worked coal mines there. They did a lot of strip mining in Maryville, in the mountains back in those days. They finally, when it became a national park, they finally stopped all that. But at one time, back in years and years ago, he was a coal miner back in those.
Yeah.
Ran the big shovel that did all the digging and everything. Yeah.
I
Well,
went
yeah.
I went back over there last year, Jay, and did videos of Cades Cove and
It's a pretty,
Gatlinburg.
yeah, that's a beautiful area of the country, isn't it? Very pretty.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Did you go? I noticed. I remember. There's one. You go up that mountain. It's just one curve after another, and there was one place that there was a train parked, a coal train parked on it. It must have been. It was in a siding, and you could see the tail end around one curve, the middle of it around the other curve. It was just like every time you came around a curve, there was part of that train. It was just wrapped around that. It looked like the train was wrapped around the mountain. It was so odd looking.
Can't say that I recall that specific place, but I know what you're talking about.
It was almost like the tail end met the head end of the train.
Did you ever ride your motorcycle on the Dragon's Tail?
You know what? I rode a lot of, but I never rode that. What is that? It's got like 100 and some curves and like less than 10 miles or something like that. 60 curves, less than 10 miles.
Starts in Tennessee and ends in North Carolina.
Yeah. I never rode that. And I rode the what is a Blue
Ridge Highway.
Blue Ridge Parkway.
Blue Ridge Parkway. Yeah, Blue Ridge Parkway. I rode that a lot. It's beautiful.
Oh, it's gorgeous out there.
But I never rode that. No, I never did. I told you about Jim. I rode all 48 states. Did you? Yeah, back when I was 23 years old, I jumped on my motorcycle. I wasn't quite ready to start being a grown man, and I jumped on my motorcycle and took off riding. 6 months and 6 days later, I got back home. I rode all 48 states.
Wow.
Jay, Fly by Stu wants to know, did it stop you hunting?
Yes, it did. Well, going into the woods, yes. I haven't. When we was up there, Steve will tell you, I was scared. I was a little spooked going in the mountains up there, and they had to keep me calm down the whole time we were broke down up there. Stevie and Judy will tell you, I was a nervous wreck being in the woods by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that was tough, and I knew that going in because we had spent all those hours driving, and we talked about your experience, and so I know that was huge. And then when we finally got up there, him deciding to sleep in the tent by himself, that was tough. That was tough for me to accept for him, because I know how huge that is.
Well, plus all the shit you've just gone through.
Right. Especially after all we had just gone through.
Yeah. That's why I tell him my story helped me. Russell's show was the second place I ever.
Yeah, Joe was the first one.
Well, when I first saw you tell your story, I immediately told Moose, I'm like, I want to talk to him. It impacted me so much just listening to you tell your story for the first time. I'm like, oh, I gotta.
Well, it was even to this day. I mean, I get it brings back such friggin' memories. I get messed up in the head. I'll put it that way. But it was so good to get that out. When back, what was that, 3 years ago or 4 years ago?
Yeah, three, 4.
It was so good to finally get that out of me. That I knew I didn't want to carry that to my grave. I'll put it that way.
Yep.
No.
Well, I'm glad you got it out. I'm glad we could be here. And
I'm glad you found us.
yeah,
Yeah.
now we can't get rid of him.
I know, right?
You playing pool tomorrow?
Pardon?
You playing pool tomorrow?
No, we got a, I don't know how to put this. When Janet's inheriting a whole bunch of money, and we got to take care of business at the bank tomorrow.
Yeah.
Her mother, I'll just put it this way, Janet did well. That's all I'm going to say.
You're busy. We get it.
Yeah, okay. That's enough said.
Yeah.
That's enough said, okay? Uh-huh.
Right on.
How is Janet? How's she doing?
Oh, that poor woman cannot catch a break. God, she's got a torn ligament in her, what they call rotator cuff.
Rotator cuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Oh, she cannot catch a break. I mean,
That's tough.
Yeah, I've had shit going on with my shoulders. I don't know what the hell it is.
yeah, it's she's torn. Well, you need to get a check. That's probably what you got. Something up there. You can tear a ligament up there so easy. You know.
Yeah.
And that's what I was like, why? I mean, it's been hurting late. I'm like, what did I do? It was like,
Yeah.
Well, you did all.
but this has been too long. It's been like a week at least. It's been bothering
Shit,
me.
I've been complaining
Yeah.
about my shoulder for years.
Well, it's the thing about it is like a rotator cuff, the bone. Now you have to have surgery. That's where you get away from it. But a ligament will heal.
Yes.
Yeah, they will heal. That's one thing good about it. Hers, it will heal itself. She went and got that shot today.
It's a tough heal though, because you're
It's a tough heal. Yeah, it's a tough.
your constant motion and
Like I
even
can't
trying to
lift
sleep.
my arm a certain way and lay a certain way. I
Right.
can't. I have limited mobility in it all of a sudden. And it's
Can
just,
you do this? Can you raise it? Do this?
Yeah,
That probably starts hurting right after that, though.
but yeah, on here
Yeah.
down into my arm.
Yep. That's probably a ligament you tore, probably.
Plus, it feels like I have tendonitis in my elbow.
This getting old sucks. I've been telling you.
It is not for the faint of heart.
And what tell me nobody warned me about this shit.
Right.
Well, Jay, if I make it down to Florida, I hope I can get together with you three and sit down over a cup of coffee.
Mason jar's waiting for us.
Sure.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's it. That's our go-to place.
Everybody that comes down, we hit the mason jar.
That's right. Mason jar's waiting for us.
Yeah.
They've changed their menu.
Did they?
Yeah, it's
For
good.
better or worse?
For better. Oh, they've changed. They put some more good items on there. Yeah.
Right on.
Right. They
Prices.
still big fry on Friday.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Is that an all you can eat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, because the last time you didn't eat.
Yeah, no, it wasn't
Yeah.
doing the keto thing.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna go in.
Bitch, wasn't I?
A little bit.
I kind of like it. I got your stewed tomatoes.
I did.
You did because you put bread in it.
Yeah. Ordered stewed tomatoes and there was bread in it.
Bread
I'm
on the
what
bottom.
hell?
All foggy
So I was
and-
like,
Oh, I
on
love
the
it.
bottom, it was crumpled in it. I was
Was
like,
it?
what the hell
I
is
thought it
that?
was on the bottom. They put the tomatoes on top of the bread.
Yeah, it'd be nice seeing you, meeting you, Jim.
Well, Jay, I've talked to you in chat, and hellos and whatnot, but it's nice to talk to you directly.
Absolutely.
I didn't know you grew up over in Merville, and
No, actually, I didn't. That's where my mother grew up.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I grew up there. No, I was a old Kentucky boy, but Western Kentucky, that over in that farmland. We was farmers back in those days. Thank God I got away from it as soon as I could. Oh my God. I hated farming.
Farming's a rough business.
Oh, it's hard business. It ain't like today.
And a lot of farming is you're broke all year long and then you're rich for a month.
Well, you know a lot about it.
Oh, yeah. When the tobacco crops come in, the Ford and Chevy dealerships would, make their they would go from red to black and on the books.
Yeah, we had 9 acres of burley and 1 acre and 1/10 of dark. Oh, you talk about hard work. Oh God.
Never had the pleasure of farming.
And baling hay. Oh my God. I was always the smallest and skinniest back in those days, and they always put me at the top rafter or put them to the back in the barn. I was always on that top rafter, and they was always poking me with that goddamn stick up my butt. Come on, boy. Come on, hang it a bit faster, And
Well, I was spared because I was sickly, but I know about it.
yeah, and suckering tobacco. If you have never you have never worked in your life, if you hadn't suckered tobacco, oh my God! You look down that row. You look down that row and say, "This row won't it ever stop?" Because your arms are up like this the whole time, and when you get done, you got to turn around, go right back down that other row, and you by the end of the day, you can't lift your arms. They're dead.
And out there in the heat with long sleeves so you don't get the gum on you and everything.
Oh my God. Oh.
Kind of
Like I said, I was spared. I was spared, but I know all about it.
Yep.
It's interesting.
And priming tobacco, you go from, stoop down, picking at ground level up to what, 4 or 5 foot?
Yeah, some of them get up 6 and 7 foot. Some of that burley. Yeah.
Wow.
And now I don't think there's more than a couple of tobacco fields around here. Used to, you couldn't turn around without seeing one, and just a handful.
It was your major crop back in those days. It was your major money-making crop, Yeah.
It was the major official crop. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I was surprised when Stevie and I went to Alabama not too long ago. All the cotton fields.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It was gorgeous.
I mean, for as far as the eye can see on some land.
It was just white. It was so cool.
Yep.
Yeah, Janet used to tell me she used to pick cotton like crazy back when she was a young girl.
Yeah, being from the north, you don't get to see that.
Yeah.
You didn't see it in Arizona. I spent 12 years out there. You don't. But then when you do see it, it's like, holy shit, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Tina says, Jay, my mom talked about suckering tobacco. She grew up on a farm.
Mm. You've never worked and you've done something like that. Oh my Lord.
Yeah, you did it again.
I worked for just a small greenhouses, and that was one of the hardest jobs I ever did.
Yep. And we would, when you cut tobacco, you lay it over, and you always put your sticks out, and you put anywhere, depends on how big they grew, 6 or 7 feet, some of them were shorter. You'd put at least 5 stalks of tobacco on a stick, and then you take the stick and put it up in the barn, and it'd dry out. I mean, it finished drying out. Well, I got in a hurry one day, and they got these spikes, metal spikes, about big around, and they come to a point, and you pick your stalk up, and you drive it down on that spike, and then slide it down your wood. Well, I got it on there, and I couldn't get it, and so I took my hand and
Oh no!
That spike went all the way through my hand. It was sticking out that far. But I kept on working. I chewed tobacco back in those days. I spit some tobacco juice on that thing, and I knew. I said, I ain't gonna tell Daddy about this. I got an ass whipping coming.
Wow.
Kept on working. I mean, you,
No, I get it. I've done it where you injure yourself enough where it should require an emergency
Yeah.
room visit, but
yeah,
you
you
take
know,
it up and you go back to work. I've done it.
You gotta keep
you just bite the bullet and keep on going. Yeah. You think just some of these kids could do that this day?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I got a hangnail. I got a hangnail. Come on. I gotta go home.
No,
Sorry, guys. I broke
Mhm.
into the whiny worker.
good hangnail.
Okay, folks, it's time for this old man to go to bed, okay?
All right, Jay.
Jay, I love you.
Jay, buddy, Friday night I'm having a premiere. It's something to relax and an excuse for us to get together and chat. I hope you show up.
What's it called?
It's Jim's Camera at Dawn, and it's Friday night, 7:00. And
Okay.
like I said, it's as much an excuse for us to get together and chat as anything.
Okay, I'll be there.
I hope to see you. Thank
Okay.
you.
Jay, we gotta go out to the Mason Jar one of these days.
Yes, on a Friday. Let's do it Friday.
I'm
What
ready.
time is your your premiere?
It's 7. If y'all make it, great. If you don't, I understand.
Oh, we go.
It's
go
if you can.
Say that again.
It's if you can. Yeah, it's not mandatory.
What did you say, Jay?
That's most time we're there earlier than that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
fucking old people. Early bird special.
Well, yeah, and you beat the crowd. You beat the crowd all in blue hairs.
Right?
All right, I gotta go. We'll see you.
All right, Jay.
Later,
Talk to you
guys.
soon.
Kick me out of here.
Thank you so much for sharing again.
Okay.
Oh yeah, thank you so much.
Okay.
Jay Frith, everyone.
Yay, Jay.
In my ass, but I love them.
That
I'm curious what the new menu looks like,
I know,
or
right?
what new items are on the menu.
I appreciate him telling that story and it affecting him to that level and still telling us. I really appreciate that.
Uh,
So,
and when that stuff went down in Arizona up on the mountain, one of the things Jay said
Well, the first thing
was,
yeah.
like, "Dear Lord, why are you doing this to me again?" or
Lord,
something.
why are you doing this to me again? Again.
It was he had a rough time up on that mountain.
He did.
They all did.
We all
was this the Mogollon Rim?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Stevie posted your link, Jim. Thank you,
Oh.
Stevie.
Thank you, Stevie. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
And like I said, it's just a relaxing video, and I thought I would make it a premiere so we would just have an excuse to get together and chat. Anybody who wanted to, and anybody who don't want to chat, they can meditate, pray, whatever they want to do.
Flyby Stu says, when I was 13, in the big holidays from school, we used to go pea picking for extra cash pocket money, if you like. So, Jay, I know what you're talking about. Respect, brother.
Yep. We would walk around. Me and my cousin would walk around and pick up pop bottles.
Belle knows what's up too. She didn't do a garden this year, but yeah, she can garden. I know there's same principle, but there's garden and then there's a farm. Gary says, watch Bigfoot bob up and down like a cartoonish something with my binoculars. I'm trying to follow him.
Karen just asked, has he ever told us his story on the show? He was on here.
We just asked that.
Sharon.
Yeah, Sharon.
He was on here,
The second time he told his story was here,
and I missed it. I
And
was
that-
sick or something.
and that was 3 to 4 years ago.
I was so mad at. No, what? I don't think it was that long ago. It was when we were here. Since we've been here.
What?
Gary Johnson. His.
Oh
story?
no, Gary. I was talking about Jay.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
We're talking about Gary.
Yeah. Jeez, we're at a couple minutes left.
Oh wow!
Yeah. It's time to exit stage left.
I can't believe it went that fast.
Time
Yeah.
flies when you're having fun.
Well, listening to Jay again.
Yes.
I'm happy that he shared that again.
Yeah, me too.
Jay did such a good job. It seemed like he talked for 2 minutes.
Right.
That's how well it went.
Bell says, "Hey, multiple big gardens count as a farm, small
Right.
farm of."
Sure as shit.
No, I agree.
It's a lot of work. No, my grandpa had a 1/4 acre, and there was something growing all over. There wasn't a piece of the yard, the land, whatever you want to call it, that didn't have something growing on it. So I grew up in the garden, picking and weeding and pulling. He did all the planting. But we were right there with him. I miss that. I do.
Yeah, I
Well,
didn't, wasn't much of a gardener.
And then it was picking and pulling and canning, you know.
That's
Very
how
good.
to make it. I'm going to exit stage left, and I hope you guys have a great night.
You
Please
as
do the
well.
same.
Thank you, Jim.
Everybody in both chats, thank y'all for putting up with me, and I will see y'all a bit later.
I did. See you in the morning if you're there.
Good night, Jim.
Yeah, and guys, I apologize for somehow I screwed up the settings and there's
With
two
the two-
live streams out there, but
We'll figure that out.
yeah. Jim, Tina says she'll be there Friday. We'll try to get over there.
Sharon Guy, thank you. Sharon says, thank you all who have served. Happy Veterans Day.
Thank you.
Indeed. Now I'm buffering.
But on that note, yeah, you're still buffering, I guess, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. I don't know why. On that note,
There
we go.
Oh, there she is.
there we go.
Well, guys, we'll be back on Thursday. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight.
Jay,
Jay
thank
again.
you so much.
Yeah, and Jim, thanks for hanging. Check out Jim. Usually in the mornings.
Jim's camera at dawn.
Yeah, he goes live, and it's a good time to just drink your coffee and listen to the birds.
Right? It's a good way to start the day.
And yeah, if you enjoyed it, hit that like button if you haven't already
On both shows.
on both shows. Yeah, sorry about that. We'll figure that out.
It's so
I don't know
weird.
what the hell I did.
It's weird.
It's like, ooh, something new. Yeah, well, derp.
Don't touch the buttons.
But they're so
But-
shiny.
But we love you.
You guys take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. We do love you. Peace and God bless.